The Conbini boys, they're the Conbini boys, they're the Conbini boys. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Matt, how's it going?
It's going great. You know, I had a good week, Mike. I started boxing, actually. Got a Oculus headset so Facebook can follow me everywhere I go in virtual reality, but picked up a little boxing game, and I'll tell you what, I've been burning the calories in the ring. So yeah, I mean, I might be looking at some six-pack abs in time for my niece's second year birthday pool party in a few weeks. So yeah. Anyway, how are things down in Crudo Bay?
Yeah, things are good. Actually, yeah, speaking of the boxing app, I'm getting these alerts. We're linked up here on our Apple Watches, and sometimes I get these alerts. Matt closed 3 rings. It's been happening a lot recently, and I saw the tag boxing, and I thought, whoa. Mm-hmm. So I'm glad to hear that you're getting pumped up. Yeah, things are good here. Got my first shot of the coronavirus vaccine.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yep, feeling great. Had a little golf outing with my father-in-law last week, which went okay. As I told you, I had a huge meltdown, spiraled into a pit of darkness. But in general, I had a good time. And yeah, man, just glad to be talking Conbini with you here today, my friend.
All right, so as usual, Mike, we got a lot to cover, so let's just jump right into it. We're going to mix things up a little bit here for our lead story this week. No big news, no big campaigns coming out of the Conbini. By the way, Conbini, come on. Last big campaign was like the Nice Cheese Grand Prix in July 2020. Come on, let's pick it up with the cool campaigns. Although last week we had the Frappuccino. By the way, to our listeners, I'm sorry I uploaded the wrong podcast, then re-uploaded the podcast with the same exact name, so nobody knows the correct one to listen to. So I do apologize for that. It's the one with the 47-minute duration, okay?
Yeah.
Not sure how that... We're doing some pretty intense, robust Toyota-style problem-solving on that right now. I got an A3 going. Don't worry about it. Never happened yet. All right. Anyway, this week, lead story. Okay, Mike, we got 4 stories. We're going to bang out real quick. First one up here. We talked about this about a year ago. 7-Eleven Japan has acquired Speedway. Speedway is a gas station with convenience stores in the United States. 293 locations across the U.S., including one down the street from me. In Massachusetts now, it's going through the antitrust thing. The FTC is taking a look at it. But any thoughts on this news here, Mike?
Yeah, I'm just really excited. It looks like 7-Eleven now owns 14,000 properties in the United States. I know that they're sort of running them in American, style. But I really hope that at some point they really bring that spirit of the Japanese Conbini over to the United States. I think, with 14,000 stores, they have a chance to sort of experiment a little. So that's sort of what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I want to see, Japanese management really move in bed to America, turn this whole ship around here. I can't be going into a convenience store and, just seeing beef jerky. And that's the only attractive item, and maybe some Sour Patch Kids. I want to see a more robust selection, a nice hot box, a whole suite of awesome, cool beverages, canned cocktails, etc. So, looking forward to seeing what 7-Eleven can do here with Speedway. Actually, I'm wrong. That's actually 3,800 stores. It says here that Speedway has across the United States. That's a big deal. All right, on to the next story here, Mike. This one, this one's a sad tale here. There's been a decline in in-train snack purchases. What that means is when you hop on the old Shinkansen, you have a train agent wheel around a snack cart. And as a passenger, you can pick up, a beverage, a bento, or a snack, and I guess sales are in decline recently here. Mike, what's your reaction to this?
Yeah, and it seems like they're saying that the decline is because of the Conbini.
Oh,
This is sort of a tough subject for us. We love the Conbini. We love New Days. We love the sort of the Conbinis that are, specific to train stations. But I think that they have to be careful here. One of the great experiences of riding Japanese trains, especially the Shinkansens, you get on there, that cart comes around, maybe twice or, 2 or 3 times while you're on the train. And that's always an exciting moment. Hey, let me get a beer, let me get a coffee, let me get a bento. I know they took a hit because of the coronavirus. And I hope that doesn't knock them out because, yeah, it's a special part of Japanese culture for sure.
yeah, and I would recommend, hey, no reason to not double up here, everybody. Hit the Conbini,
Yeah.
no doubt about it. In fact, triple up. Hit the Conbini, hit the Ekiben shop, and then top yourself off with the snack cart on the train. This is a whole experience, ladies and gentlemen, and you want to make the most of it. So, don't feel like you got to choose. It's not an either or situation. This is, if there ever was an and situation, this would be it. So support the snack carts, everybody, and load up.
No doubt.
All right, Mike, next story here. We got another local Conbini is on the verge of being swallowed up by a big 3 Conbini. In this case, Lawson has entered into a strategic alliance with a Conbini called Asnas, which I had never heard of before, but this is a Conbini exclusive to Osaka, and even more niche than that, Mike. They locate their stores only inside of train stations or near train stations in Osaka. So you'll see them at like Umeda, places like that. But anyway, they've suffered over the course of the pandemic, and they've entered into an alliance with Lawson to try to keep things alive. Gosh, what's your reaction here, Mike?
This one's a little tough. As you can see, I'm, here visiting Poplar today, and Poplar also has pretty much, it seems, been devoured by Lawson. We have a couple of Conbinis that we love from the past that were devoured as well. Sunks and Circle K, yeah. And, it's not something I like. I like the variety, even though, I think Lawson will do them well. And it'll be interesting to see Lawson, specifically the train station. That is something I'm excited about. But, it's always, you always feel a little bit sad to see these local Conbinis go down.
Yeah, and if the executive team thinks this is actually a strategic alliance, I got a bridge to sell them, because let me tell you how this is going to go. Next year, it's going to be Lawson in Umeda Station. There will be no Asnas. So, wow. Another small guy bites the dust here, Mike. Yep. All right. Last story coming out of the Conbini here, Mike. This one actually, I'd say it's a bit of good news here. Yeah. Plastic utensils will no longer be freely given out at the Conbini beginning spring 2022. This is part of a nationwide effort to reduce plastic waste in Japan. So, what are your thoughts on this one, Mike?
I think it's great. When they first rolled out that plastic bags were going to be, you would have to purchase them, I was a little skeptical. I thought it was going to ruin the experience of the Conbini. Everybody adapted quickly, and I'd say pretty much nobody buys plastic bags anymore. And Matt, we got to take care of our world. Right now we've got what? We got the ocean on fire. We got like 120 degree temperatures up in Canada. Things are out of whack, Mac, and and we got to take care of our planet. So I'm super excited about this, and seems like a great thing.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, it was hot as hell here in Massachusetts last week. It was 118 degrees in Seattle. Like you're saying, Mike, it was like 120 in Canada. That doesn't make any sense. The world is absolutely melting, and the least we can do is pay for a plastic spoon to eat our microwave Doria in our Prius before taking a nap. Yeah. For trudging back to a job that, puts us on the brink every evening. Okay. All right. Anyway, so couldn't agree more with the move there. So anyway, that wraps up a sort of lightning round segment of news here at the Conbini. Hopefully we'll have a little bit more, something robust to talk about next week, a little bit more campaign. The Olympics are coming up, ladies and gentlemen. You're telling me there can't be an Olympic campaign at the Conbini right now?
Yeah.
God willing, we'll see that in the next week or two.
Yeah. And, all right, Matt, it's good. I will say it was good to, that was one of our first staple little segments was the news. So it was good to get back, but I agree. We need some campaigns. Come on. We need some action, everybody. So, all right, Matt. Well, with that, we're going to head over to the Chicky Wars, but unfortunately, Matt, this week we got nada. So we're just going to jump right ahead to the scoreboard, and I'm going to hit you with the numbers, Matt. Family Mart, 47 items. Lawson, 41. 7-Eleven, 81. Mini Stop, 28. Daily Yamazaki 6. Seiko Mart, 8. New Days, 17. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I guess Family Mart and 7-Eleven taking a dip this week. You rarely see 7-Eleven in the 80s, never mind the low 80s. I don't know if that's the summer heat that's getting to them. Who knows what's going on there. I expect them to break out again next week. I'm impressed. Mini Stop, they really play. If you were to map a control chart for new items at Mini Stop, it would be pretty damn tight between 26 and 28 items. They hit that every damn week. But otherwise, no. It seems like everybody's playing sort of right in their wheelhouses. So, yeah, that's it for the scoreboard.
All right, Matt. Well, in that case, let's just move right along then. Head over to our winners and losers for the week. As always, we pick up something that we like, something that we don't really like. This week, Matt, let's go to you first for your loser. So, Matt, what are we looking at here?
Yeah, Mike, this is out of 7-Eleven. We're looking at a chilled single cucumber whole. And speaking of plastic, Mike, this thing looks like it's sitting in its own studio apartment here. Okay, you could fit a couch and a TV in that open area of that plastic bag. This is ridiculous. I thought, how dumb could this be? You got a whole cucumber wrapped in enough plastic to choke a dolphin pod, but it's actually not. It's actually not a fresh cucumber. This is a pickled cucumber here, Mike. This is it's a pickled cucumber. And what I don't like about this, it's whole. And when I get my in Japanese, the word for like pickled side, it's tsukemono, which is fantastic, pairs superbly with rice. When I get my tsukemono, I want it sliced up, especially from the Conbini. I don't want to buy a whole cucumber and then go home and then slice it up. I want it ready to go. So I really don't understand the utility of this item. And again, there's so much plastic around this single cucumber. This should be a crime. So that's my loser for this week, Mike.
Yeah, Matt. As soon as I saw this, I just started laughing because this is weird. Actually, I think if it was a fresh cucumber, that would be better because maybe that would be nice to eat just whole. A pickled cucumber, you don't want to just bite this like a popsicle stick or something. This is very strange. Like you said, you want these things cut, and so I don't know why they couldn't have just cut it up for us like they normally do. So I'm not exactly sure how they want us to eat this. And like you said, this plastic, that is grotesque. We were just talking about, the planet is pretty much exploding as we speak. And so I think if they're going to, cut down on the utensils, they also need to cut down a little bit on this packaging. This is a little bit too much.
Outrageous.
All right, Matt. Well, going on to my loser this week. Matt, this is all right. What do we got here? This is the Mentai Nori Ben. Nori Ben is like the seaweed bento. It's a famous style of bento where you have like a sheet of nori seaweed on top of rice, and then you have a bunch of like ingredients on top of it. This is that, but it's an onigiri, Matt. So let me tell you what's in this onigiri, or onigiri sand. They're calling it a sand musubi. So Matt, what we've got in here, it's a onigiri, and inside you have rice, of course. Then you have fried fish. You've got a chikuwa-ten. You've got karaage, which is fried chicken, and you've got tamagoyaki, which is like an egg, scrambled egg. Matt, I like all these ingredients. I love some nori ben, but this is just a disaster waiting to happen right here. Like, how does this work? You got fried chicken, you got fried fish in there. You take a bite, I imagine everything just sort of like falls out. Yeah. The price is nice, I guess, for all these things. They got the picture here. This little guy is sort of trying to gobble all this up. But yeah, in English, fish, chicken, egg, and spicy cod roe onigiri from New Days as well. So it's good to see New Days, but unfortunately on the loser here. Yeah, Matt, this just seems a little bit too much for me and does not seem suited to a single onigiri. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, Mike, I had a hard time figuring out exactly what this was until you said onigiri. It does look like a cubist interpretation of an onigiri. There are shapes, I see them, but they're all kind of mixed and mashed up. I see the chikuwa poking out of there like a snorkel. Then I guess that's a piece of fried fish next to it. I see, the egg salad in there. I can't imagine... Yeah, like you said, first bite, you're looking at an explosion. And New Days, that's a train station Conbini, so presumably you're eating this on the go. You're sitting down at your train, your seat there. You bite into this bad boy. The person next to you, they might want to duck and cover because who knows what's going to be flying out at them. This is ridiculous. The price too. It's a little suspicious that you get all that food for the equivalent of $3. That is quite a price there.
Yeah. Man. I don't know. Good effort, but just tone it down a little bit.
You could tie that thing to a chain and anchor a freaking oil tanker. That thing. That's ridiculous.
All right, Matt. So enough for the losers. Let's go on to our winners this week. We're going first to you, and what do we got here? Hey, guys.
Yeah, Mike. We're at Family Mart here. We're talking ice cream. We did a whole episode on ice cream a couple weeks ago. This is the Choco Ball Ice. Okay, Mike? Everybody knows the Morinaga Choco Ball. It's got the peanut inside. Here we got the Morinaga Choco Ball chocolate shell stuffed with vanilla ice cream. It's got a chocolate-covered peanut inside, Mike. Hey, I'd be popping these like a 1950s mom raising 5 kids who was just prescribed Xanax, okay? These, I gotta say, Mike, these are reminiscent of the absolutely legendary Snickers ice cream bar, which, by the way, I cannot find anywhere. I don't think a coordinated unit of CIA, Mossad, and MI6 agents could hunt down a Snickers ice cream bar in Cambridge right now. It's driving me nuts. Okay? So, okay, just to kind of really hammer it home, this is kind of like a leveled up version of Pinot, I thought. Pinot, of course, the chocolate shell stuffed with the ice cream there. It's kind of like an RPG character that leveled up, and you pick peanut in your skill tree. And I'll tell you what, Mike, you get one or two more levels, and you pick caramel sauce.
Oh, buddy,
as your next skill there. Then you're talking about bite-size popping pills of little Snickers ice cream bars there. And call it a lifetime for me if that ever comes out.
Oh, man. Wow, man. Yeah, I got it. First off, speaking of Snickers ice cream, this is something we talked about a couple weeks ago. I don't know, with Japan and the Conbini and, all of their power, you think they would have, encountered this in their research into the American market at some point. But,
yeah.
Man, this looks amazing. I love it. It's almost like so you got the chocolate on the outside, the ice cream, then you got the chocolate again, and inside of that is that peanut. So you've got these this sort of layers upon layers of goodness going on here. Matt, wow, this looks great. Like you said, reminiscent of the Pinot. But I love, yeah, oh, that sounds so good with that chocolate peanut inside there. Oh my God. Matt, this is a winner right here. This is an exciting winner. And like you said, I'm excited to see where this goes in the future.
Oh, yeah. They could do a lot. They could platform this.
Yeah, yeah. All right, man. Well, I'm going on to my winner then to close it out here, Matt. Sorry, this is, oh, buddy. I'm pulling some skeletons out of the closet. I'm kind of digging up old, old buried demons here, Matt. What do we got here? This is the Saku Mochi Melon Pan with melon cream and melon whip. Yeah. Okay, so if you go back about a month or two, Matt and I had our first Conbini courthouse where we debated, is melon pan bad or is melon pan good? I defended, Matt prosecuted, and let's be honest, I won pretty handily by at least by the votes of our Twitter followers. But Matt, even if you are skeptical of melon pan, I think you have to look at this item from Lawson and marvel at it. This is melon pan. On the outside, you have that sort of like crispy cookie crust. And then on the inside, you have that really the really soft dough. And normally inside there, that's all you'd have. But a lot of times, melon pan, they'll add something in there, maybe some cream. This one, Matt, we've got a double whammy. We've got melon cream. You can see that looks legitimate, some melon cream in there. And then that little, with the orange color in there, and then the slightly, the lighter orange color, that's that melon whip. Matt, I know that the melon pan is controversial on this show, but I just looked at this item and I thought, wow, this is good. So I don't know. I'll give you what do you think about this thing here?
I got to tell you, Mike, I did look at this item not long ago, and I was impressed by it. I'll say that. This indeed is a sort of next-gen melon pan. Speaking of leveling up here. Now, this thing is really stuffed full of melon cream. It's hard. It's almost like a Cadbury egg there. You just crack that thing open and it's just oozing that melon cream yolk. But yeah, it's also got the whipped cream. I don't know if I would buy it personally because that whack-ass cookie crust on a melon pan, which is a feature, I would describe it as more of a bug. But no, this oozy, luscious-looking melon cream in there does look damn good, and I'm pleased to say this actually does look like a melon. Okay, they did color it green. It is circular. And it's got an orange filling because of the melon cream. So, this is much closer to a melon than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, actually, just with what you're saying, I was thinking like if you were to say like melon pan, what you would hope that it would be. I feel like this is what it would be. So maybe they finally figured it out here.
It only took 80 years. All right.
All right, man. Well, that does it for today's show, Matt. A shorter one than normal.
Whoa. We got my favorite segment coming up here. And I'm pretty excited about what you got.
Oh, my God. Hold on. Wait a second. Wait a second. All right.
Hang on, everybody. We got to go to Gemba. Okay, we're on to our favorite segment to close it out. This is At the Gemba with Mike. The Gemba, of course, the place where the action happens. Mike, you're in Japan, where all the action is happening. What do you got for us this week?
Yeah, Matt, sorry about that. Tried to sneak away there. Matt, last week we encountered one of the great campaigns we've ever seen. That was the Gimoto Frappuccino campaign out of Starbucks. Yeah. And during that segment, we talked about probably our favorite campaign, and probably objectively the greatest campaign in the history of humankind, and that's the Big America campaign out of McDonald's, where they would release a different state or areas or cities burger, and they just had some of the great like concoctions you've ever seen. And Matt, this week, because it is the 50th anniversary of McDonald's, McDonald's actually came out with their best hits from the past 50 years.
Oh my God.
And Matt, I gotta be honest, I'm a little sad about this selection for the best hits because I think they could all have been that from the Big America Tour. But what we got the juicy chicken togarashi, the spicy juicy chicken, the triple cheese burger, which like these two, I don't know. But then Matt, we got a legend here, and that's the Texas Burger 2021. And Matt, I got to tell you, this week I had the Texas Burger 2021, and I'm happy to report, Matt, it was as good as ever. They switched it up a little bit. You can see here they've got that sort of mustard sauce they had before. They got the burger, 2 slices of cheese. They've got that smoky bacon, and then they've got that BBQ sauce. Ooh. But Matt, this year what they added is some corn tortilla chips inside there. And you might be thinking like, well, that's kind of weird, but I'm happy to say the corn tortilla chips gave it that extra sort of like Tex-Mex sort of that corn tortilla flavor inside with that barbecue and the bacon. I gotta say, Matt, I was super happy. 5 stars. It was great to see an old legend. So yeah, I gotta say it was great to have the Texas Burger again after all these years.
Well, happy to hear that the Texas Burger came through. I am surprised at how flimsy this 50-year anniversary campaign is.
Right?
It's almost like they forgot it was their 50-year anniversary until the week before. And they just had a mad scramble to figure out, hey, what the hell can we pull off here in the next 3 days, everybody? I don't know if I agree with this selection. I mean, everything should come from the Big America campaign. Just run that campaign again. It's one of the greatest campaigns of all time. You got the Idaho burger, had like a whole potato on a hamburger. Outstanding work there. You had the California burger, which really made no sense. It was just like lettuce. Just repeat that whole campaign. It was so good. In fact, it was so good they did it twice. There was the Big America campaign too.
That's right.
So it's good to see at least one of those featured here. But gosh, even the image here of this kind of middle-aged man staring into a camera, that says 50 years at McDonald's. He's just like the most generic salary man. This was a I think somebody's getting fired, Mike. For getting 50 years at McDonald's. This was a mad scramble here to put up a landing page and just crank out some stuff that's already in the store. It's even like the tortilla chips. Hey, they're probably doing milk runs to the 7-Eleven next door to bag tortilla chips just to add those on top of Burger Alf. Anyway, okay.
Yeah.
Well, good to hear Texas Burger is back temporarily. Definitely everybody should go check it out. Yep.
All right, Matt. Well, speaking of which, I think maybe in the future, some point, we should do a retrospective on the Big America campaign. Maybe as one of our episodes at some point.
We should. Yeah. I mean, it's just it's one of the happiest times in my life.
Yeah, me too. All right, Matt. Well, hey, okay, we're gonna wrap it up for real this time, Matt. So, in closing. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We want to give a special shout out to everybody who's bought us a chickie, bought us a coffee. That would be Crew of Japan, Jeff Bailey, Anonymous, and of course, Carrie G. St. Michelle. Thank you all so much for supporting the podcast. If you'd like to contribute, please visit buyusacoffee.com/Conbini Boys.
buymeacoffee.com/Conbini Boys.
That's right. I got to write down that URL at some point. So yeah, everybody listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, please share and rate the episode. It helps people to find the show. If you're watching on YouTube, hey everybody, we've reached 100 followers. So happy to have all you watching us. Subscribe and like, and definitely share the channel. We really appreciate it. If you're following us on Twitter, Facebook, or Instagram, we really appreciate it. We're really active on Twitter, so you can keep up to date with us there. And if you have a Conbini memory or Conbini composition, visit us at www.anchor.fm/Conbini Boys and leave a message for us. All right, Matt, another week, another great time at the Conbini, but for now, I guess I'll see you at the Conbini.
I'll see you at the Conbini, Mike.
The Conbini Boys, they're the Conbini Boys, they're the Conbini, they're the Conbini, they're the Conbini, they're the